To the bone, city lights flicker when a freak calls home. No rest, no peace, just a mission's cruel grind. SCP shadows will drag you when you fall behind. While we got our checks in these haunted streets, cursed by the multi-cams in the streets. Feels like we're losing in the endless war. One man's curse leaves us bleeding sore.
Yeah, start a GunTube channel. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting. Nobody mentions having to be out here at 8 a.m. after you drop your kid off when it's 20 degrees outside. Or the ammo cost. Or the editing time. Or the recording gear. Ugh. Maybe I can get sponsored by like Taurus or something. Like, I'm still not going to carry one. Everyone's still going to know they're a piece of shit. But if they want to pay my rent just to remind people they have a website. What are we talking about? Hi. Welcome back to another episode of Your Local Cop Probably Sucks. Winter finally showed up in Texas. It is cold today. We're sitting in the 20s. I hope your bed's cozy because I'm missing mine right now. Today we're going to Wisconsin. They have a 30-round qual that is shot ranging from 3 to 25 yards. Those 30 rounds are split into 3 phases that are made up of 8 individual stages total. Much like many other state police quals we are finding out, Wisconsin has its own funky, weird target that they took the effort to outline 4 different target zones for in their paperwork, and then immediately discounted 2 of those, and they only use the 2 largest, most forgiving portions of that target for reasons. If you're new to the channel, we'll go over the rules before we start. As always, we will be shooting cold. We got to the range, stuck up a target, and we're just going to go. And we're literally shooting cold today. We are bundled up. I can't feel my fingertips right now. Rule 2, no do-overs, no retakes. We're going to show you the target in real time. We'll have a live target cam, and it's what it is. You're going to see what it is in real time. If the target's ugly, if we fail the qual for some reason, it's whatever. That's what it is. That's life. And then our third set of rules, it used to be we'd be shooting left-handed, even though, you know, we'd be shooting my non-dominant hand. I'm getting a little bit bored with that, so I'm actually considering kind of like just a section of wildcards, I guess you could call it. And I could even let y'all vote on it week to week, keep it interesting. Like for Colorado, for instance, we shot it with no glasses on. But today for those wildcards, we're going to be going lefty. But another wild card I wanted to use today is because Wisconsin has, like I said, such a funky kind of target area. We're just going to scrap that. We're going to scrap that. So for phase 1, I will only be counting hits in the entire head box of a USPSA target. Phase 2, we will have the center mast A zone. And for the furthest, which Wisconsin provides the entire silhouette, it's very forgiving, we will only be counting anything in the C zone. Okay, for stage 1, we go to 3 yards. We have 4 seconds to get this done. Much like all the other states, we're finding out we're going dancing again today. So we have a sidestep, draw, and 3 rounds in 4 seconds. For stage 2, we'll also be shooting at the 3-yard line. It is a draw, strong hand only. For stage 3, we're also at the 3-yard line, 4 seconds again. Per the paperwork, we will be starting in our, they call it response hand, I believe. your weak hand, your support hand, whatever you want to call it. Per the paperwork, it starts gun already out, but like I said, for a wild card today, we're going to be doing everything out of the holster regardless of what the paperwork says. After stage 3, we will calculate our hits on target. You need 8 out of 9 to advance through phase 1 and on to phase 2. Okay, phase 2, we go back to 7 yards. We have 12 seconds for stage 4. It is a 3 reload 1 as we sidestep and verbalize. That's my purse! I don't know you! For stage 5, we're also at 7 yards. We have 10 seconds, and I'm going to actually read this one verbatim. Load pistol with 3 live rounds and 1 dummy round. 1 live round in chamber, at least 2 live rounds in magazine. Dummy round as the top or second round in the magazine. Take 1 sidestep to cover, verbalize, draw and fire 3 rounds. Fix the malfunction using phase 1. I actually had to get some friends to do some digging for me to figure out what Wisconsin even means by phase 1. If you don't chew big red gum, well then fuck you! Stage 6 is at 7 yards. We have 24 seconds. I'm also going to read this one verbatim for you because it's another confusing one. Load pistol with 1 live round in chamber and 3 dummy rounds in pistol magazine. Take at least 1 sidestep to cover, verbalize, draw, and fire 2 rounds. Attempt to fix the malfunction using phase 1 and perform phase 2 when second attempt to fire shows phase 1 was ineffective. Once again, I had to do some research. I'm still not 100% sure of what Wisconsin means on this, but I'm 95-ish% sure. I think I know what they mean. Dummies. My favorite cheese is Gouda. What's yours? So much time. There it is. Cool. So this will conclude phase 2. We need 7 out of 9 hits on target to advance from phase 2 into phase 3. Phase 3 starts on stage 7. We go back to 15 yards. We have 24 seconds for this one. Starts behind cover. We're going to shoot, 2 rounds, find a new spot of cover. 2 rounds, find a new spot of cover. As long as we're not appearing in the same spot twice, according to Wisconsin, it counts. And it says we can use 2 to 4 positions. I wish they'd be more clear on this. If they want you to use 4, say 4. If 2 is more than enough for they feel adequate for their training, say 2. It's very vague. Probably could have done that a little bit faster, but we still got plenty of time. There it goes. 17. Cool. All right, and then phase 3 concludes on our last stage, stage 8. We go back to 25 yards. We have 20 seconds to fire 4 rounds. Now we wait. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about it. So not a hard qual to pass. To me, it reads like someone who had to write a shooting qualification that didn't know what they're talking about. There's a lot of, and there, if you read the full text of this entire qual, there's a lot more to it, and it screams of plagiarism. It screams of someone that was just tasked with putting something out there that had no idea what they were talking about. We got words like, step dynamically or use your reaction hand instead of, your support hand or non-dominant hand. Like, I've been shooting guns a while. I don't think I've ever heard anyone call a support hand the reaction hand. Like, that doesn't even make sense. For the stage, what is it? Yeah, stage 4, where there's a reload. They call it an out of battery reload. What? I've never heard someone refer to a slide lock as out of battery reload. It's just strange. And then we go to the stoppage drills. We have phase 1, phase 2. It's almost like someone was trying to talk about, a type 1 stoppage or a type 2 without really knowing what they're talking about. It just screams of poorly kind of sewn together plagiarism just to put something out there. And I mean, when you're the person writing the standard, you need to know what you're talking about. We also have, the cover drill, or it's just kind of loosey goosey. It's, I don't know. I mean, do you want us to use 2 positions back to back, going back and forth? Do you want 4 positions? What do you want? Like, words matter, especially when stuff like this, which is also why I do a lot of silly stuff in these videos, because a lot of these quals leave a lot of open-ended text that it leaves a lot of room for just dumb stuff, so qual's not the worst thing. It's definitely not worse than Colorado. It's not good. It's not difficult. But what really got me here is the actual reading through the text, because some of these stages I had to read through multiple times to go, what are you talking about? What does this even mean? It's silly. Anyways, that's all I got for today. I got a poll up right now on my community thread. Y'all can actually vote on which state we do next. I'm probably going to start doing polls on the wild cards, see how we can mix this up a little bit. And until then, be good. If you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, rhythm with the tism. ADHD out. See you next time.